Okay, let's move over. Let's see, we are now top, the next column, same page as top of the column. So now we're going to get involved in the recording fees. That's kind of an interesting area too, because the loan officer has to commit to that. So the loan officer has to see how many, if it's first mortgage, second mortgage, if there's an addendum that has to be recorded, like an HOA addendum, that has to be recorded. So he's going to tell the client how much those recording fees are going to be, because the county will charge per document. You got the prepays in here, which again has the homeowner's insurance. So the loan officer will cover that, but you should also help. You need to be ready very quickly to tell the loan officer who you're going to use for your insurance policy. Used to be, all the way it is now, it's like a couple of weeks before. Oh, by the way, who do you want to use? Well, now it's up front. Has to be up front. Okay, then you get into taxes, proration of property taxes. And again, you are the source of that information to the loan officer, because they lots of times don't have access to that unless they have that MLS sheet. So if you're the listing agent, make sure it's on there, make sure it's accurate. Whatever the taxes were for last year, so that the loan officer can get that. Then you've got mortgage insurance, homeowners insurance, property taxes, and then you've got other. Now this other is probably where those transfer fees, this secondary commission is going to be. That's where that's going to be appearing. Is down in that area down there. Any questions on that? Yes, please.
Why is property taxes for 2 months? Usually it's prorated for how, for the
Okay.
time that you owe the.
Right here, you're talking about this right here?
Right.
For 2 months? Yeah, what happens there is that when you close the
Because it
loan.
will be different on a hard statement then, because it should be prorated from the time of ownership.
Exactly. Let me show you how that works. That's a great question. So what's going to happen down here, we're setting up the escrow account, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so we want to have the property taxes for the number of months. So as they close their loan, they're not going to make a payment that month, nor are they going to make a payment the next month. So you've got 2 months in there, and then they're going to put in there these prepaids. They're going to put in there the taxes for up to that point in the year. And I think that's what you were getting at, is the proration of the taxes. So if you're in June, the end of June, you're halfway through the year, so whatever the taxes were for the previous year, it'll get cut in half, and then half that'll get put in, plus 2 months.
Right.
So that by the time November comes around, when those property taxes are due, there's enough money in there to pay all of the property taxes. So it works, but it's kind of in 2 blocks there. Okay?
Property taxes.
Other questions on that? So you can see there now, we're coming up with all of the other costs coming down here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to summarize everything. So from the first column here, we're bringing over this amount of money. We've got the $5,600 plus the lender credits, if there's any lender credits, and then we've got these other, the escrows. So that totals $8,054. You can see that right here. It's just above this block here. So that number goes there, and then you've got the total closing cost right there. Then you've got the down payment. All right. So where are they getting that number from? The REPC. So kind of important that you ask them, how much are you putting down? Well, let me go back where I said a few minutes ago. If they haven't been in for a pre-qualification yet, how do they know how much to put down? The loan officer hasn't gone through numbers and options and different kinds of programs to help them understand what's most advantageous for them. So that number should be given to you from the client after they've been able to sit with the loan officer and figure out the best number for them. Then we have the initial deposit. Where's that coming from? That's your earnest money deposit.
Yeah.
Coming right off the REPC. Okay, and then you've got, if there are funds from the borrowers, if there's any seller credits, we'll talk about that in a few minutes, and any adjustments. And so they come up with that $16,054 for cash to close. Very simple. It's really all there on one page. That doesn't exist right now in any form. Yes, please.
So we're talking about down payment, and we're referring to REPC. And we know that the section actually that says cash at the closing, that's going to be changed as well based on the
You're talking about the first page of the rep sheet.
Right.
So that bottom line there, well, the bottom line in that section, that can change. Yeah, it can, it can. Uh-huh.
So how are we referring this to reps? It's somewhere else supposed to be kind of specify after all the pre-approvement went through.
So,
After the loan approval.
I guess your question then is, how do you come up with that number, or
Right, you come up with the number, just
from,
presenting your offer, you
Right,
come up
right.
with the, approximately.
that's the way most of you do it right now, okay? What I'm saying is that if you sent your client to pre-qualify with a lender, then that number right there is a little more firm, because they know, I've got $25,000 to put down, but you know what, I don't want to put that much down, I want to save,
Right,
so.
Yeah, but we first need to ask for the, is that what you're saying? When you come to present and ask for closing?
So even if they have a pre-approval letter.
Yep.
Those numbers can change based on the client's decision. So
True, they can change that.
decided to put 18, now they decided to put 10 or 5 or wherever it
Yes,
is.
yes.
It's a flexible numbers in the reps.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. You're referring to RAPSI, this as a down payment, as a steady number, but that numbers, it's changing, and it says in the
It
reps
can
that
change.
it would
It
change.
can still change.
Due to the fund, lending.
If they decide to change, they decide to do something different, this whole form has to be done over again.
So this form will change, but
Yes,
the RAPSI will
this-
still the same.
No, the REPSI doesn't change.
What's that?
The REPSI doesn't
Right.
change.
So we not refer
But this
to the
disclosure would
RAPSI.
change if they change their mind. What I'm saying is, for them to have this number right here, the cash to close, to make that as accurate as possible, if they've had an opportunity to sit down with the loan officer, hopefully they've gone through all those options beforehand, before they come to you, so when they say, I have $18,000 that I want to put down, total, well, they have that still left, and they've already put down 10, so they have a total of 28,000 down, that's a pretty good number. It's not just maybe, hopefully that's the number. That's been thought out, that's, some planning and some calculating has gone into that number. So that it makes this number right here as accurate as possible with that cash to close. Does that help?
Sure. And even if it's off, even if we're off by a few grand, I mean, the loan officer's going to get our REPSI, and he's going to adjust
get
it
a new addendum.
before he,
And then he's going to redo this again.
right?
Exactly.
Well, even before he delivers this the first time, he'll adjust it. He's not just going to copy it off the REPSI. And
Hopefully he knows.
Right?
Yeah, if it's different than what he has,
Right.
then a discussion can, he knows, it's different, it's not what we talked about. Did you change your mind? So you're getting a lot more information into the system up front, which is pretty helpful.